is Sarah Hobson with Red Hook Guitar, and I want to put the word out that I'm actually opening a new music school in the Hudson Valley called Rhinebeck School of Music, and we're going to be in the Astor Mall in Rhinebeck, New York. I'm going to offer guitar, ukulele, bass, mandolin, piano, drums, percussion, trumpet lessons so far, and possibly more to come, vocals, some other teachers that are interested in doing some things. But we're going to have a new YouTube channel for Rhinebeck School of Music where we're going to feature all the teachers and maybe some students, so should be fun. Anyway, we're on our second blizzard of the week here in New York, so I was supposed to have 14 students today. Canceled them all, and here I am making YouTube videos for my channel. So I had a subscriber a couple weeks ago ask me for some ideas on how to get that stretch, how to get that flexibility in your fingers. I think it had to do with the Chuck Berry cover that I was doing, where you do the power chord shuffle, where you have to play the power chord and extend your pinky another 2 frets to get that major 6th note. So I had some ideas. One of them is when you're practicing your major scales and your modes, there's something that I like to call, there's the spread form version of these scales, and I call them spread form because your fingers are spread across like this, and then there's the condensed form versions, and they're a little bit more compact this way. So I put a link in the description to how to play all of these across the fretboard, but I'm just going to go through them with the fingerings and talking about alternate picking and all that good stuff. So I'm playing them all in G, and I'm going to start with the spread form. And these are good, I feel, for like metal and rock, because you can get a lot of those fast runs, and you know, like Joe Satriani and Kirk Hammett and all those guys. You know, they do more like stretchy kind of stuff with the three notes per string kind of thing. And then these I felt were better for jazz and things that are a little bit more nuanced. Maybe you want to get more melodic. So they're good for different things. They kind of make you play differently, I feel, and it's good to practice both of them. But I'm going to go through the spread form first. So I'm going to start on the 3rd fret. So I got 3, 5, 7, 3, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7, 5, 7, 8, 5, 7, 8, and then back. 8, 7, 5, 8, 7, 5. 7, 5, 4, 7, 5, 4, 7, 5, 3, 7, 5, 3. And the fingerings, the rule of fingerings is always, if you go, well, with these, I like to stretch with my middle finger here. That's sort of the general way that people play these. So you go pointer, middle, pinky, pointer, middle, pinky, pointer, middle, pinky, pointer, middle, pinky, pointer, ring, pinky, pointer, ring, pinky, and then back to the scale. And if you play G to G, that's just your major scale, also known as your Ionian mode, the first mode of the modes, just the major scale. So now my second pattern, so there's going to be 7 of these spread form patterns. That was the first. Second one starts on the second note of the scale, on the A. So I'm going to go 5, 7, 8, 5, 7, 9, 5, 7, 9, 5, 7, 9, 7, 8, 10, 7, 8, 10, and then I go back. 10, 8, 7, 10, 8, 7, 9, 7, 5, 9, 7, 5, 9, 7, 5, 8, 7, 5. If I play a minor chord and I play A to A, I have my Dorian mode. If I play from G to G, I still have my major scale. Now I'm starting on the 3rd note of the scale, which is B, and I'm going to play 7, 8, 10, 7, 9, 10, 7, 9, 10, 7, 9, 11, 8, 10, 12, 8, 10, 12, and then I go back. minor chord and I play B to B, I have my Phrygian mode, but if I play G to G, I still have my G major scale in there. So now I'm on the 4th note of the scale, C, and I'm going to play 8, 10, 12, 9, 10, 12, 9, 10, 12, 9, 11, 12, 10, 12, 13, 10, 12, 14, then I go back through the scale. And then play major 7, sharp 11 chord over that, or a flat 5, and I have my Lydian scale. So Lydian is just a major scale with a sharp 4 flatted 5th. But again, within that, if I play G to G, it's just my G major scale. Okay, so now I'm on the 5th note of the scale, which is D, and I'm going to go 10, 12, 14, 10, 12, 14, 10, 12, 14, 11, 12, 14, 12, 13, 15, 12, 14, 15, and then back. If I play dominant 7 chord and I play D to D, I get that Mixolydian blues. If I just play G to G, just have my major scale again. Okay, so the major scale is within that. So now I'm starting on the 6th note of the scale, the E. 12, 14, 15, 12, 14, 15, 12, 14, 16, 12, 14, 16, 13, 15, 17, 14, 15, 17, and then back. If I play my E minor, and I play E to E, I just have my Aeolian mode. Crazy train. But if I play G to G, then I just have my major scale still. Okay, 7th note of the scale, last note of the scale, the F sharp, which I'm going to play an octave lower. Could play it up here, but I'm going to play it down here. So I have 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 5, 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5, 3, 5, 7, 3, 5, 7. And then I go back. So that's my, if I play F sharp to F sharp, and I play a half diminished chord, I have my F sharp Locrian half diminished scale. But again, if I just play G to G, I have my G major scale within that too. So I did an explanation earlier on the modes, and I talked about that, how if you know the major scale, you can unlock all 7 modes within that. And I feel like these spread forms are an easy way to kind of get acquainted with the modes, because each pattern just starts on the next note of the scale, and you're really playing very modally at that point. So you got start on G and end on G, that's G Ionian. Start on A, end on A, you have your Dorian. Start on the 3rd note of the scale, B, play B to B, you have Phrygian. Start on the C, play C to C, you have Lydian. Play on the D to D, you have the Mixolydian. E to E, you have the Aeolian, and then last but not least, you have the Locrian, and then you're back to the... But then again, if you just play all these patterns starting on G, you know, just finding the G within, you know, these are all G major anyway, So I talked about the modes earlier and how you can unlock all of that, and I don't want to get like too complicated, and I hope I haven't been too confusing, but the main point of this all is really to like a finger exercise, practicing your spread form of your scales to get your stretch going on like that. So I feel like playing these in this way, you kind of get a certain like a certain stylistic thing going on. And this is the condensed. I'm going to show you the condensed form, which is more compact, and there's only 5 patterns. So I'm going to start on the same G, but instead of going this way, I'm going to stay in this position. So I'm going to start on my middle finger, and I'm going to go 3, 5, 2, 3, 5, 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5, 3, 5, 2, 3. So the fingerings on that are going to be middle pinky, pointer middle pinky, pointer ring pinky, pointer ring pinky, middle pinky, pointer middle. Pattern 1, G major. Alright, so the next one I am going to start on the second note of the scale, which is A. And I'm going to go 5, 7, 8, 5, 7. But instead of continuing this way and spreading the form out, I'm going to shift this way. So I got 5, 7, 8, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7, 5, 7, 8, 5, 7, 8, and then back. 8, 7, 5, 8, 7, 5, 7, 5, 4, 7, 5, 4, 7, 5, 8, 7, 5. Right? So here's my root in all of that, my G. So this one doesn't start on the root, it starts on the second note. The next pattern I'm going to do is on the third note, which is B. And I'm going to go 7, 8, 10, 7, 9, 10, 7, 9, 10, 7, 9, and instead of continuing this way, I'm going to play the F sharp here, 7, 8, 10, 7, 8, 10, and then back, 10, 8, 7, 10, 8, 7, 9, 7, 10, 9, 7, 10, 9, 7, 10, 8, 7. Okay, so here's my root and all of that, there's my G, and there's the sound of that G major scale within all that, because this one doesn't start on the root. Next one, I'm going to start on the fifth note of the scale, D. I'm going to go 10, 12, 9, 10, 12, 9, 10, 12, 9, 11, 12, 10, 12, 13, 10, 12, 14. And then back. Okay, so here's my root here, my G. There's my G to my G. G to G. Middle pinky, pointer, middle pinky, pointer, middle pinky, pointer, ring, pinky, pointer, ring, pinky, pointer, ring. Okay, now there's this last pattern here, and I'm going to start it on this G here. You know, you could start it here on this E, but I'm going to start it here. So I have 15th fret, G, so I'm going 15, 12, 14, 15, 12, 14, 11, 12, 14, 12, 13, 15, 12, 14, 15, and then I go back. So pinky, pointer, ring, pinky, pointer, ring, pointer, middle, pinky, pointer, middle, pinky, pointer, ring, pinky. Then I'm back on that same root that I played earlier with the first pattern, just an octave higher. So all of these, like across the fretboard, they're 5 patterns. They're a little bit more condensed, and I feel like, you know, they're a little bit easier to play. So you can learn them both ways. I learned this way initially, spread form. I feel like it's good for like metal and, you know, certain styles of music, and I felt like when I was learning jazz that this was a little bit easier for those sorts of, you know, there's a lot of changes in jazz and there's a lot of nuance and a lot of, you know, turns you have to make, so I felt like these were a little bit more appropriate. But learning both ways I think is good, and specifically this way for your getting your flexibility of your fingers, because you know you're stretching across all those frets. So if I move too quickly, these I put links in the description on how, you know, with the fingerings and also all these different patterns and shapes across the fretboard. So we started these on G, but again, these are all movable shapes. So just because I started on G, well, here's a B. If you want to play them in B, just start your first pattern there, your second pattern, third pattern would all connect. You just move it to a different key. So anyway, I hope that was helpful. It's really more of stuff to get your fingers stretched out for that one, but also showing you like a couple of different ways to play these scales across the fretboard with different shapes and patterns, which I think is kind of fun. I learned this, I think, when I was 11. That was like my first teacher showed me how to play all these patterns and the modes, And then I didn't learn these until I was probably like in my late teens from a jazz teacher that I had. So that's why I kind of equate these with like more like metal rock, and I equate these more with like the jazz style, I guess. But anyway, spread form, condensed form, those are just my that's just my lingo. I don't know what the actual terminology for them is. It's just kind of the way that I think about them. So anyway, I hope that was helpful. Thanks.